Hello, back on track with Something's Going On today. Last time we spoke, I just recorded the vocals, or Pauline just recorded the vocals. I was messing around with this keyboard line, trying to get it sorted. I said, I've got to get that finished. That's the next, the next target. It's nearly there. It's much better than it was, and I don't think it's quite right yet, but I want to show you that. We've also done some harmonies in the final section of the song. We've got some harmonies. I'm really happy with them. I've also sent all of the drums to individual channels and started just doing a bit of a preliminary mix on those, so I think the drums sound much better. And we're starting to get to the stage now where, as I'm getting each of the volumes of the song, how I like them, and kind of starting to polish, I'm just getting to the stage where I'm starting to polish. I'm increasingly getting to the stage where I'm thinking this is nearly done. There's not that much more. Let's see what we've got. Okay, let's do the keyboards first. So we've got two sections where the Moog kicks off, and the transition between each note, the portamento between the notes, is so magnificent that I really wanted to try to accentuate that by playing kind of open, expansive runs. It's like it's getting ready to take off. I really like it. The early part is the bit that's my favourite. Up to about now, I'm okay. I'm perfectly happy with it. And then I think this is a bit weak. just a little bit nerdling around the end. I'm kind of meandering without really having a strong melody. Whereas at the beginning, taking over from the guitar, it's like the guitar passes the baton to the Moog, is all that kind of grungy, grumbling stuff I really, really like. There's also a second section right at the very end of the song where it comes in. And I don't know if it's just getting in the way of the vocals too much, whether or not this is allowed to be here. I kind of like it, but it is absolutely smacking the place of what Pauline's singing over the top of, so I don't know. A bit more thought to be done on that. The vocals themselves, let's have a look at what we've got over here. You can see there's I think this is just that repeated. I was playing around with it at the end of the song. I wasn't desperately enamoured with my final section of harmony. I think it feels a little bit kind of melodramatic, and so that was what led me to have the idea to put the mini Moog there as well, because it's really kind of just masking over the cracks. There's nothing wrong with the singing, I just don't think the notes are very good. Anyway.
Gotta settle down, but I think I'm gonna drown with the scratching of a sound like the crackle of a frown, spinning me around and the walls are coming down and I'm clawing at the down, breathing in and breathing out. Something's wrong, I can almost see past the edge of this memory. Can't recall a familiar scene. Can't escape from this sense of destiny.
So that second phrase, that final phrase was that there are R's there as well.
Can't recall a familiar scene. Can't escape from this sense of destiny.
So I don't think I like them. I think the oohs are okay, and I'm having a bit more of a play with, don't know. I was much happier with it when I recorded it than when I listened back to it. I just think I might have got a little bit Thomas Hardy. The drums, I'm very, very, very happy with. Let's get them soloed. So this is my kind of standard method of operation these days, to get the drums on their own separate audio tracks, but actually leave the data as MIDI. I know it's kind of correct practice to boil them down to audio files, and I have done that in the past. But if I want to move one note up, basically I can't think of a reason to. My CPU is absolutely fine. I've got a bit of a monster machine. It can handle it. So I don't need to do it from a processing perspective. The main thing I miss about not having audio is visibly seeing where it is in the song. That is useful. I do miss that, because having to correlate the audio track to the MIDI notes is a pain. But in terms of the sound, I think the rhythm's absolutely fine. I didn't mention at the top of the song, actually, I've got rid of the percussion line. As an experiment, really. I took it out thinking, let's see if I miss it. And I kind of don't. I think it's just clutter. I do that anyway. I put far too many sounds in rhythm, and I'm trying to force myself to kind of pull back a little bit. But this is sounding fine. It sounds a little bit kind of formulaic just on its own, but in the context of the song it works, so I'm not messing with it. It's really simple, nice and driving, does the job, and now that I've got all of the control over the various audio tracks, then it really kind of jumped up a level when I did that. I haven't applied any processing at all to any of them yet, so get some gating on the kicks and, standard stuff to try to make each sound as good as possible, but generally speaking, I'm really happy with it. Other than that, all the tweaks have been minor. I've pulled the modular way up in the mix. It was too quiet and needs to be kind of doing its squelchy, bluffy crazy thing that it's so good at doing. So now I'm entering the home stretch. I feel like I don't really want to add any more music to it. I'll continue to mess around with those keyboard lines, see if I can get them honed. But as a song, it feels kind of complete now. The final pieces are fitted in. Now I just need to get that final honing process. So we'll see what comes of that. I'm terrible at mixing. This is the part of the song that I really need to concentrate most on. The final push towards completion, where you really want to get everything absolutely zinging, and this is definitely my weakest area. So I'm going to make an extra special effort to get this one as good as I possibly can. Thanks very much for watching. If you hit subscribe and notifications, you'll be sure not to miss the next episode. Hope to see you then. Thanks a lot.